shit. Lord! Yo, crazy. You know how long I was talking? Damn, how many? 4 minutes? Oh, shit. Sorry, fellas. Sorry. I had the... That sucks. So what... Now I got to repeat all that. All right. James Payne, how are you? Lord! Look at that. Yo, look at that. Fuck.
I'm good, bro.
4
like
minutes.
I don't have my LAN cable, so I don't have the ability to do the video right now. Can you hear me though?
I hear you, man. I'm so tight that was 4 minutes of dead air. You kidding me? I mean, my Skype people heard that, and so did Blog Talk. But Lord, what up, though?
Man, just maintaining, chump. Man, I've been staying current with what you got going on though, man. You guys been doing hellified content. I'm loving it, man. You keep the show on the road no matter what.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, it's easy. Like I tell everybody, it sounds cliche or corny, but the truth is it's easy when you're doing what you love. And this is what I love, and that's why I'm going to repeat those 4 minutes of dead air. You know, we're going to be talking this fine morning. Who's next for Canelo Alvarez? It continues to be the talk of the boxing streets. And the reason being because there are many options. And this weekend particularly will become an audition for those Canelo sweepstakes. David Benavidez, who has had a lot to say throughout the years and really wants to fight just as bad as anyone. You know, he fights this weekend, weighs in today. Rosado Munguia. Obviously, Munguia's been linked to Canelo since he signed to Golden Boy. Not that Canelo is still with Golden Boy. Just the very minute he got there, they start putting his name with Canelo with the possibility of that fight happening. You know, you got Gennady Golovkin, which is probably the biggest fight out there in terms of finances. I mean, Canelo doing $800,000 with Plant that isn't nearly as known, or to the casual isn't as big a threat as Gennady. To you and I would hope that we all believe that Plant presents more of a challenge than Gennady at this stage, because after Gennady gets through this Murata fight, I don't know how much is left. But if he does get through the Murata fight, he's going to be 39 years old, just coming out of a fight with a heavy puncher. You know, I don't expect him to be the favorite over Canelo Alvarez. That being said, that's so many options that he's got 3 entities that are going to offer him deals, right? Dazn will present Triple G, Bivol, Demetrius, and John Ryder. You know, Golden Boy, they'll present winner of Rosado Munguia winner. Top Rank, they'll present Joe Smith Jr., champion, and Arthur Beterbiev, unified champion. Excuse me, and Golden Boy also could offer Rosado Munguia winner and Gilberto Ramirez. They have him now, and he's in a WBA eliminator with Yuneski Gonzalez. I don't know who they paid to get that off. Seriously. But, you know, he's trying to force his way to a Canelo fight anyway. Maybe Canelo does it. You know, maybe Canelo's more prone to fighting this Mexican versus Benavidez simply because this Mexican chose to sign with Golden Boy and he doesn't like Oscar anymore. You know, so, you know, maybe taking out one of Oscar's guys is what he's looking at, but at the same time, he still would have to do business with Oscar, give him Oscar money in a sense. So I don't know that this even happens, but those would be the Golden Boy offers. And then obviously you got PBC, who would present Charlo, Benavidez, and I mean Jamal Charlo, David Benavidez Jr., David Benavidez, and possibly an Earl Spence fight. Those are the 3 that we can think of. And then as a secondary topic, since I'll have the trainer of Rashidi Ellis on the show at 9:30 a.m., as a secondary topic, we'll be discussing the biggest fight to make in the welterweight division that isn't for a belt, and that would be Jaron Ennis, Rashidi Ellis. I said it before, and I want to double down. I think that, rather than Boots continuing to fight guys that don't present a challenge and don't care to lose, let's put him in there with an undefeated fighter that consistently trains with Canelo, that has watched one of the elite fighters rise to the top, is considered super fast, good speed, good power, big for his size as he spars with Canelo. I think this is a great fight. We'll find out from the trainer, who I believe is also the manager, to see what sort of papers left on Rashidi, because definitely been out the ring 11 months, if I'm not mistaken. So, interesting to find out what's going on with Ellis and how possible it is to get him in the ring with Ennis. And, if we remember, after the Coach Rivera interview, we'll shoot a text to Cameron Duncan, see if we can't get him on and find out the possibilities of maybe sending Ellis an offer to fight on Showtime. Now, that may not work out. Golden Boy, for whatever reason, Golden Boy is shelving this guy. Let's be real. Golden Boy has fights on Facebook. They have fights on Dazn. They had fights on Triller, and they don't find a way to get this guy a fight. I believe on the undercard of Saturday, I'm going to look it up, but I'm pretty sure Alexis Rocha is back in the ring, which means, let me just look it up because I don't want to say something wrong, but I feel like Alexis Rocha lost to Ellis. I'm Googling. He sure enough did. And look, he's back Saturday. So somehow the dude that lost to Ellis is back on a Munguia card and not Ellis. So, there is something fishy going on with Ellis, and we'll get to the bottom of it. But outside of his politics that will possibly hold him back from this super fight with Ennis, it's a great matchup. It's a great matchup. The styles, Ellis has shown in his highest knockouts that it's the 1-2 straight down the pipe. Ennis has shown that in his highest knockouts, he's using, left hooks and back hooks, right? Like round punches, which means Ellis has the possibility of coming down the pipe with the speed that he possesses. I feel like Jaron's probably the bigger man in height. But again, if you're watching the video right now, Ellis is not small. Look at the thighs, quads, calves, everything. Shoulders, dude's very, very big. It could be because he's been out the ring for a year too. How close is he to 147? I'm not going to pretend to believe or pretend to say that I know. But, yeah, Ellis is a good fight. Both undefeateds. I feel like that is really going to, add some excitement to things. Someone's O's got to go. Maybe they'll give the edge of power to Jaron. But when going to Rashidi Ellis's resume, and I'm screen sharing here on youtube.com/The Boxing Voice, where you should be subscribed, helping us get to our next goal of 130,100. We need about 40 people. So tell a friend to tell a friend. I mean, come on, help us get there. It's Friday. Can we reach a goal? I mean, 100 subscribers a week isn't a big deal to ask for, I say. With the amount of time I put in, y'all should help me get that. But
definitely,
as well as as far as notable wins, notable, right? Not big, not great. Notable meaning good. Notable meaning, they're recognizable. Notable wins. Notable meaning notable. All right, darn it. Alex Rocha, decent win. Eddie Gomez, for me, I overassessed this win as I was invested in Gomez. Gomez was, Honduran, and man, he was from New York, so he had all this swag. You know what I'm saying? And I loved him. He was always too short for the division. I'm pretty sure he started his career at 54. He eventually got down, and Rashidi slept him. Then he had a 10-round UD with him. So he beat Gomez twice. And Gomez beat undefeated Daquan Arnett that was signed to Al Heyman. Gomez was no slouch at all. So Saul Corral, that's just a journeyman. What else we got? Fidel, nope, that ain't even Maldonado. Who's this? Nothing. Gomez again. Yeah, so Ennis is further along, without a doubt. Ennis has gotten the former world champs already under his belt. Won, and he got a really good, tough veteran in Delorme. Whatever happened in that fight, however he took out Delorme, neither here nor there. But the Delorme win probably a little bit more valuable than the Eddie Gomez win. While Eddie Gomez was an undefeated fighter at the time, when Ellis beat him, Delorme's just been in there with better opposition, so he had more experience, more tricks and tools in the tool bag. So he presents a little bit more of a danger, I want to say. Now, some will argue, that version of Delorme isn't better than an undefeated Eddie Gomez. Neither here nor there. I still believe that Sergey Lipinets and then my good friend Delorme, those are better names, and that could mean that Ennis is a little further along. What? Not what, but where? That's the first poll. Let's play a poll. So the first poll is going to be, all right, okay, I know what I want to ask. Let's see, how can we ask it with these limited characters, right? Because I'm thinking, what am I thinking? I'm thinking, fucking got a message here and lost a train of thought. All right, so I wanted to do a poll about how much, all right, I will just say what I'm thinking and then we try to figure out a way to present it as a question in multiple choice answers. But how much do we value Rashidi Ellis being in camp with Canelo consistently? I mean, this is years upon years now. This is not, I've been in camp one time or two times. This is just, he's there. He's training there. Most of his Instagram stuff is in San Diego. So how much do we value that? Like, some people say iron sharpens iron, but at the same time they say, inactivity is the killer, So what do you value more, the activity or the experience he's soaking in, the knowledge he's soaking in from being amongst that Eddie Reynoso camp? So, I mean, is Ellis's Canelo camp experience maybe worth more than activity, right? What do y'all think? I think that should work. Now we just got to come up with some answers. James,
You could say hell yeah.
Huh?
You could say hell yeah, hell no.
You ain't lying though.
So your argument is that him being in that camp, is just makes him a better fighter because of the caliber of fighters
No,
he's in camp with.
it's not my argument. I'm presenting the question because I don't know who can like, right, like what if we change it, right? Like now what if I tell you the scenario was like, yo, Rashidi Ellis has been for the last 5 years in the gym with Floyd, so I bet you people all of a sudden are going to value that. You know what I
Yeah, of
mean?
course.
So I just don't know what we as a community value more. Is Jaron Ennis's fights over Lipinets and Delorme better experience for him than what Ellis is receiving being in the gym with Canelo for the last at least 3 years, you know?
Mm.
So yeah, is
I mean,
Ellis's go ahead.
well, I can definitely say from my standpoint, I don't think Boots has faced anyone on the caliber of any of those Reynoso Gym fighters. But I say that loosely because I think Ennis is the goods. But being in that camp, like how you were advocating for Andy to go over there, you just feel like you learn so much from being in a gym full of champions. There are multiple champions over there. It just raises the bar. Like when you step into the gym, you come to work. You don't come to really mess around. So, and being that you're saying, let's see, Ellis, yeah, Rashidi Ellis, you're saying he's been over there for like 3 years now, getting that work. I
Yeah,
think
man.
that definitely is going to make him a more well-rounded fighter. Not, and even if it's not just from a fight standpoint, I think it's the ring IQ that he can pick up with from those gym conversations
And the
that you have
pointers,
with guys.
you're gonna receive, Canelo's
Yeah,
gonna stop and give you pointers like, oh, no, turn
yeah,
that jab over. We see him doing this all the time, mentoring the people in the gym. So I just don't know. I'm not a coach. I don't know what you would value more, especially my coaches out there. Like, what would you value more if you could give your fighter, 1 year of fights, which for Boots really meant 2 fights? Or is it more valuable 1 year being with Canelo in that gym? What's better?
yeah. I would take the no fights in the Canelo gym versus 2 fights not in the Canelo gym.
So I got 2 answers for so far. I took yours and we went with hell yeah, training with Canelo is more, right? Because I can't fit better, unfortunately. Let me see. Yes, we can. Then we got poll question numero dos. We got no activity is the best for a fighter.
Okay.
And then how about get radical? Oh, I don't know if that's gonna fit. All right, let's just be simple. Ellis won't beat Boots anyway. Does that fit? Anyway, yes, it does. And then we'll do the same for Boots. See what people prefer to choose. And hopefully we get the trainer of Ellis on, figure out some things, because he's been inactive, man. And the inactivity, that's kind of the debate, right? That's actually the poll question. Inactivity, is it as bad as we think? Like, because, the cliches in boxing say inactivity is the killer. Inactivity is the downfall of the fighter. They lose their time and they're rusty. So then, people say, well, you counter that by being in the gym, but you still get those guys, those trainers that tell you like, yeah, being in the gym every day still isn't being active. It still isn't having a fight, You know what I mean? So it's interesting to see how this plays out. What do you value? Training alongside Canelo for a couple years or having a couple fights? Because I like this fight. I really don't know any better fight out there. Like, yes, for Ennis, maybe the Butayev fight, the man who beat Jamal James, possibly is a better fight for him because of what it is bringing to the table, meaning the regular belt. But the better fight, I believe, in terms of notoriety, would be Ellis. Now, I can't deny what I've seen against Ugas. That kid, Butayev, is a problem. I knew it when he beat, or not beat, because he didn't, but he gave that kid hell, Alexander Buzbutin, and he tested positive, which means he beat Butayev on drugs. And, imagine what would happen if he didn't have anything in his system, because this he's a buzzsaw. He's a buzzsaw. So I won't say I don't like the Ennis Butayev fight or Butayev fight. It's not bad. But this, Ennis Butayev fight. But this Ellis Ennis is a bigger fight, in my opinion. Ellis has fought on American television. He's with Golden Boy. And the speed and the power factor, man. He's got the highlight reel to, use for promotion. Now, again, I will double down and say I won't be mad if Ennis goes against that dude Butayev, because we going to know what Ennis is made of. That kid's going to push him. He's going to push him until Ennis hits him. If he got that power they say he got, he'll crack him one time and it'll be over. But boy, that dude Butayev going to be all up in his grill until he do that shit. He better. That's going to be a tough fight. I'm telling you, man. I don't mind that. But like I said, this is bigger. This is bigger. But I don't mind that Butayev fight because his style, he like a Sean Porter, man. We gotta admit it. We gotta value what we see. That dude's like a Porter, ready to rock and roll, man. He's coming forward trying to kill. And he's a little cheater too, man. He's a cheater. So that's going to be interesting to see, can he be that? Because he was a dog against Jamal. He just outdogged Jamal, man. He just was, shoving them, pushing them, just hurting on them. Anything he could do, he did. So it'll be interesting to see, would he fight that style, that same manner with Ennis? Because Ennis, no one's expecting Ennis to take that type of bullying, right? So that's what I want to see. When fire gets met with some fire, who gonna burn? Who gonna get burnt, man? That's what I want to see. I don't want any more pushovers, like shout out to Delome. He gave us mad years. I mess with you, but like, come on, bro. Come on, man. Let me just get a decent fight that that I could enjoy. I just want a decent fight that I can enjoy. Simple. But I'm messaging here with the coach, so hopefully he's coming on. Oh, boy. So, James, man, have you ever seen Rashidi Ellis fight? I guess not. Oh, there you
Only seen highlights. Not really watched a fight from front to back. While you're talking, I was doing my box rec research on him. 23-0 fighter with an 18-7 amateur career. And like you said, activity. Hasn't had a fight since last year, December. What's what is the cause of that? Could there be a management thing? Are they doing it on purpose, just not finding the right opponent? Like, what could be? And then before his last fight last December, he didn't fight. It was 2019 in November. So he's had like 2 fights in like 2 full calendar years as well. We're getting to see Boots pretty regularly, even though some people were not impressed with the caliber of competition that DeLorme may offer to Boots, or they could just be saying that Boots is just that damn good, that he made easy work of them. So, I mean, Boots definitely has it in the activity standpoint. And as we speak, I'm pulling up clips of Rashidi Ellis, just checking them out, trying to see if there's something about him that I feel could present some type of new puzzle piece to Boots. So I'm checking it out right now. You got anything else you want me to look up for you?
Man, I know I needed something yesterday. I'm like, man, where James at? But nah, man,
Man,
I'm good. I'm texting with the coach. I think he's coming on. Let me double check. Feels like he said he's avail.
okay. Well, I'm right here in the background doing the research and punching in these numbers and working the Google machine. So you just shout if you need me to
For
pull something
sure.
off the web, chump.
For sure, for sure. I'm trying to look for the Cameron Duncan number. See, I think he on West Coast, man. It's a Vegas number, I believe. Hopefully he up like me, us old folk. We wake up early. But if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. We're going to be having the trainer, Rashidi Ellis, joining us in just a minute. Brandon, if you could do me a favor and check out. Oh, there we go. What's going on, Coach?
What's good, brother?
How are you?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
I can. I am getting feedback, though. You have something looping. Is the radio on or the computer?
No.
Something.
Shut that off for me. Hold on 1 second. Let me make sure.
Yo, test. Yeah, it's
You still
definitely looping. I hear myself, so it's coming right back at us. Check. Shit. Well, yep, it is there.
it's still there?
Yeah, they're having some technical difficulties. Can you try and jump back in? Maybe it's like a internet glitch?
Yeah, I'll try to jump back in. I'm gonna change the headphones too. Maybe it's the headphones.
Okay. Check. Yeah, it's definitely him. Well, that's unfortunate. But I did find Duncan's number, which I did not save. Horrible. That's horrible.
If I inject something that I'm seeing on my just initial looks at Rashidi Ellis, he definitely has a killer instinct. Like he's excellent at finishing his opponents when he's got them in a compromised position, and I see the same quality about Boots. So it seems like a matchup between those two would be killer versus killer, kill or be killed. You know what I mean?
And they have a lot of similar attributes, man. It's a decent fight, and Ellis is due an opportunity. He's been sitting idle. Golden Boy hasn't really been doing what I reached out to Roberto Diaz, but nothing yet. Let me see. Oh, wow. He was active 27 minutes ago, but didn't look at my message. Okay, so he knows I'm coming for the throat.
How's that?
You better. Oh, shit,
Yeah.
it's still there. Fuck it, man.
Still
This
there?
is rock. How are you, Coach?
I'm doing good, brother. How you doing?
I'm good. I can't complain. So obviously your fighter's been out the ring now for a year, man.
Yes, sir.
Have they sent anything over? Do you have anything cooking? Can you at least get him a tune-up? Nothing?
Well, Rashidi's gonna be a free agent comes 2022.
2022. When though?
Yeah.
That could be
He's
October.
gonna be no, he's gonna be a free agent, and we are looking to fight around January.
And now he hangs a lot with Canelo. Has Canelo taken any love and admiration for him and is like, man, I'm gonna get you a fight the minute you off this thing. I'm gonna put you on my card, or do you already have a direction in which you're taking Rashidi?
You know what? I wasn't in camp with them this time. Rashidi is a very low key guy. I don't know if he talked to Canelo about it. I know Rashidi, he doesn't like to involve nobody in situations. But yeah, Canelo loves Rashidi, man, as a fighter and as a person. Um, I know he does. I don't know if Rashidi reached out to him. Like I said, he's very reserved. But we're looking to, like I said, man, to be free agents. Um, I'm talking to all the promoters. Everybody's interested on the kid. He can fight. He's a good kid. Um, I know Anthony Joshua was there watching Rashidi spar Canelo, and he was very impressed with what he saw.
Yeah, man. How much longer could he hold the weight? Like, is he gonna be able to still be a welterweight champion or fight for a welterweight title, or do you think, because of the way that his career has gone, he may have to move up?
He makes the way easy.
Okay.
I always thought that, and I talk to him about this all the time. I always thought that at 154 he'll be stronger, faster, because he fought before at 54, and I like what I saw. He wants to get a title at 47 and then move to 54, but he can make the way easy. I also heard that Danny Garcia is looking to move up to 154. For some reason, Rashidi always wanted that fight against Danny Garcia. And when Rashidi becomes a free agent, we will welcome Danny Garcia to the super welterweights if he wants to make that call.
Now, this morning I've been talking about the two dark horses of the division, and I think that a fight between the two of them would give us answers as to how good Rashidi Ellis truly is and how good Jaron Boots Ennis truly is. Have you ever received an offer for Boots Ennis?
No, but I talk to Rashidi about that fight all the time. And as a boxing fan, I always I talk to Rashidi all the time, and I tell Rashidi because I as a coach, I'm very honest. I hate coaches that lie to their fighters. You're not helping your fighter. Mm-hmm. And I always tell Rashidi that's going to be a good technical fight.
So what did you think of Boots Ennis' last performance against Delorme? And what did you think of that version of Delorme? Was it more Boots being as great as he is, the reason Delorme look how he look, or is Delorme just been in too many battles?
You don't learn a lot by watching somebody knock somebody out in the first round. You really don't. He caught him with a good shot. It happens. It's just like when Rashidi fought Eddie Gomez the first time. They made us fight him again. They made Rashidi fight him again. I don't know for what. Maybe they thought it was a lucky punch or whatever. But then Rashidi goes and fight him again and beats him for 12 rounds. I cannot tell you for that fight because it was, it ended in the first round. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But the kid can fight no matter what. And Delorme's been looking good, man. I mean, his last fight was a brawl, and he looks like he's getting better instead of getting worse. He just got cut. Nobody can do nothing about that. It's part of the game. He just got cut, but Delorme is tough.
So as a trainer, what do you think of Boots? Because I see the Lipinets fight and the Delorme fight, and both of them caught him with hooks in the exchanges. Like, he likes to be on the inside, but he gets hit when he's on the inside. Yeah, how do you see that fight playing out between Ellis and Boots?
I tell you one thing. Rashidi is a very good counter puncher. His last fight with Alexis Rocha, we still talk about it. When the A round came, I started asking Rashidi to go, because I noticed he was fresh. He wasn't even breathing heavy. A year layoff, he played it safe, but he knows he had a full tank still. I explained to him how the game is nowadays. Nobody wants to see The true boxers don't. Everybody wants to see a knockout, whatever. So when you gotta push your fighter, you push them a little bit. But I also noticed that when Rashidi came back from sparring Canelo this time, he's a little bit different. He likes to sit in the pocket a little bit more. He's very confident. I mean, you sparring Canelo for a month. Canelo doesn't take it easy on sparring. Canelo comes for your head, and he tells you, you're here to work. You're here to give me work. We're gonna work. So when Rashidi came back from camp this time, he looked more confident. I seen him spar different guys. We spar Boo Boo on Wednesday. We're going tonight to spar Boo Boo again. If you're gonna sit in front of Rashidi Ellis and try to play the block and counter game, you're gonna get outshined.
Wait,
Rashidi's great.
he's sparring Boo Boo Andre.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
And Rashid is great with that block and counter shit, man. I could sit here and lie to you, but if you check the videos, you check the tapes, you're gonna see what I mean. I mean, you saw that right hand he hit Eddie Gomez with. It was a 1-2 pull back, pam pam, and those are things that we train for all the time in the gym. And I always say this: when you have a fighter that will execute what you do in the gym at the fight, you got a winner. You got fighters that they look pretty in the past, but they cannot bring it into the fight. You got a problem. My mentality as a coach is I always look at this. And if I have a fighter that I'm working with, and then out of the fight, he executes what we were training for, then you got a great fighter. It's like playing a video game. That combination he hit Eddie Gomez with, we practice that shit all the time because I noticed, Eddie's short, he got short reach. He likes to drop his hands when he throws. So we practice that over and over into Rashidi was like, Coach, how many more times we're going to practice this shit? Then the night of the fight, it happens. He didn't even try to throw that punch. He said, my body just took over. So, a fight against Rashidi and Boots, if he's going to sit there and try to block and counter, try to outbeat Rashidi when it comes to the timing, I don't think it's going to go well for him. He's a great fighter. I'm not taking nothing against him. But Rashid is very good when it comes to timing, blocking, and counter.
Now, you're his manager as well, right?
Yeah.
So as the manager, hypothetically speaking, you're out your contract next year. Showtime Espinoza calls you, and they're like, yo, we want to offer you the Boots fight. Do you say you need one and then the Boots fight because of the year off? Or
100%.
Okay.
100%. We would like to fight. We would like also to fight Conor Ben. We will take that fight in a heartbeat. Say we do something with Matchroom. That was my idea also. We do one fight, see how Rashidi is, and then we take Conor Ben. Rashidi's been very outspoken about fighting everybody. Listen. Let's be honest, all right? Rashid is 23-0. You know what I mean? He's 23-0. How many more tune-up fights he needs? When he takes a year off, yeah, let me get him a fight and then put him against A-class fighter.
And how old is he now, Coach?
28, I think. I'm not sure, but I think 28.
Rashidi Ellis, 23.
23.
No. That's 23 bouts on BoxRec.
Oh, I was gonna say, damn, somebody didn't give me the memo.
Nah, hell no.
Yeah, so he's coming into his prime. He wants to fight everybody, man. And I know all these fighters go out there. I want to fight this guy. I want to fight this guy. I want to fight that guy. But at the end of the day, do they really want to fight those guys?
So, what could you say, I guess, without getting into issues? Like, what is the problem? Why do you have to become a free agent? Why doesn't Golden Boy? Why you guys are not getting along? Because I see you just beat Alexis Rocha, and he's on Saturday's card. The loser.
Okay,
the loser. And no disrespect to him, but he lost. How is it that you guys are not on?
Well, let me explain something. Well, we've been in this, situation solving the contract. We gave them 5 years. We gave them 5 years, and that was our contract. And then other things came up without saying too much. We're just coming to the last details, but we definitely gonna be free. That's gonna be the end result.
But why
Um,
didn't it work?
you know what, bro? I tell Rashidi this all the time. All the time, I tell Rashidi Ellis this. I say to Rashidi, you know, don't get me wrong, but to me, every promoter is the same, bro. If you win your fights, you keep going, no matter who your promoter is. If you look good, you keep going. If you lose your fights, you're gonna get stuck. You gotta reinvent yourself, whatever promoter you have.
But he didn't
Um,
lose.
we had, like everybody else, some disagreements, whatever. As a manager, as Rashidi's trainer, I had Rashidi since he was 12 years old. The first thing I said to him was, I'm gonna help you make the most money I can in this career. You know what I mean? And we gonna offer the fight with Virgil. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys seen on Instagram where Rashidi says, he would love to beat his ass, and I think Rashidi will have an easy time with Virgil. Virgil is a glorified amateur fighter. Virgil reminds me of Felix Verdejo, and since day one, and Verdejo's Puerto Rican just like me. Since day one, I have a video saying I didn't thought Felix Verdejo was gonna make any waves in boxing, because I didn't see him um, progressing as a professional fighter. He wants to come and everything is hard, everything is solid. Bro, you leave that in the amateurs. You gotta learn to set up punches. You gotta learn to have different speeds, like a pitcher in baseball. You cannot throw the heat all the time because they're gonna catch you. You gotta have your curve. You gotta have your slider. You know what I mean? So to me, that's what Virgil is. Virgil wants to come and just go, go, go. And believe it or not, bro, those fighters made Rashidi Ellis look great. It's like when Canelo fought Mayweather, and I'm not trying to compare the two. He's just gonna come and Rashidi's gonna dance circles around on top of him and make him look stupid. I'm just being honest as a boxing coach, and I know the Mexican fans, because they go with the flag, they're gonna hate me. Yo, one since day one, I have learned in this business about myself that I don't go with the flag. I remember having a huge fight with my brother over the Felix Tito Trinidad fight versus Golden Boy. I thought Golden Boy won, because to me, it doesn't matter how you lose the last 4 rounds of the fight, but if you won the first 8, brother, you won that fight. It doesn't matter how they see it. If you won the first 8, oh yeah, but he ran the last 4. I don't care. He lost 4. You know what I mean?
It's
So I don't
round by
go with
round.
the flags.
Round by
100%.
round. So listen, I was asking my community, what do they value more? But you're the perfect trainer to ask, because I was asking other trainers that call into the show to tell me what would they prefer their fighter to have. A year or 2 training alongside Canelo, or a year worth of professional fights. So where do you rank the time your fighter's been spending with Canelo? How valuable is that in comparison to real fights?
It is, how can I say it without sounding arrogant or disrespectful? For Rashidi, for a guy like Rashidi, I don't know nobody else. I'm gonna talk about my guy. For a guy like Rashidi, is more of a mental game, because Canelo is the pound for pound guy. He's the face of boxing, and there is Rashidi sticking it out with him when it comes to sparring. But I'd rather see him in the ring. I always say this, Rashidi Ellis, and this is what I always tell Golden Boy. If you want to see a better Rashidi Ellis, you keep on busy. Because Rashidi Ellis is a boxer that his timing got to be on. For you to see a great fighter, his timing, his counter ability, all that shit gets better if you stay busy. The first year Rashidi turned pro, I got him like 12 fights. We fought everywhere. And I could see the development quick. You know what I mean? If you're a puncher or whatever, you can afford to be out for a year, whatever. But to me, as a counter puncher, when you depend a lot on your timing and ability to hit and miss your opponents, you gotta be in the ring. The more you're in the ring, the more seasoned you get. So yeah, he benefits from being out there with Canelo, rubbing shoulders with all that people. It's more like a mental boost. But I'd rather see him in the ring. He learns more in the ring.
Absolutely. So, man, so early January, you get to
Yeah,
shop
brother.
them around.
We just finishing the touches on finishing with Golden Boy, and like I said before, bro, it's no hard feelings with them. Um it just couldn't come together,
But
bro.
you
And I
never
got
got
no.
to the story. You said they offered you the Virgil fight and Rashidi wanted it, but then you never said what happened.
Yeah, but listen to this, bro. When Alexis Rocha fights Rashidi Ellis, right? Rashidi Ellis played with Rocha. It was an easy fight, bro. When we came back home, this is how confident we were because we just work. I'm gonna tell all these young fighters, bro, just work, and it doesn't matter where you go or who you fight. You got a great chance of winning. We go to California. We fight him in California. He's from California. A week after we came back, I told Rashidi, you know what I was just thinking, brother? We were the B side. You know what I mean? We went to Cali. We fought him in Cali. He's from Cali. His company's from Cali. And we wasn't even thinking about that. But then 2 weeks after the fight, I see a highlight reel about Alexis Rocha, not Rashidi Ellis. I'm like, what the hell?
From
Then
Golden
Alexis,
Boy.
yeah, then I see Alexis Rocha fighting this dude, the guy that he just fought, that he knocked out with a great record. That should have been Rashidi. But not to go too deep into it, I will call and I'd be like, hey brother, Rashidi barely got touched. You know what I mean? So we're ready to go whenever you guys are ready. We're ready. Just give us the call. We're gonna stay in the gym. Oh man, you guys just fought. Take it easy. Bro, if I was a freaking promotional company and I had guys eager to stay in the ring and fight, yeah, bro, I'm gonna call you in 2 weeks. I probably have a date for you, whatever. But they offer us Virgil, and I'm not gonna get into the person, nothing like that, bro. But when a promoter doesn't want you to fight your guy, oh yeah, I got this much money for you. Ah man, that's too low. Okay, bye bye. We got somebody else. No negotiations, nothing of that matter. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, so you just did your job by offering, but you don't really want me to fight this guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because I'm not asking for crazy money, bro. But when you perform and you get this purse for this fight, I have to try to get you the most money that I can in each purse. Because each purse should be going up, and up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I know for a fact that when Hooker fought Virgil, I don't know if I can say his purse. You probably know how much he got for Virgil, do you?
I know that it was $4 million for. Oh no, that was the Ramirez.
Yeah, Hooker versus Virgil.
Nah, I don't. I'm.
Well, we wouldn't even offer half of what Hooker got. Not even half. You know what I mean? So my job is to try to get my guy paid. Rashidi told me, Coach, let's take it. I said, nah. Then our contract is coming to an end, and we get the same offer, same money, but if we beat him, we owe them a rematch. You know what I mean? So
Damn.
you really want me?
No belt. Well, was there some sort of interim title on the line or anything?
I don't know. He has a few belts. We had one. We had the WBA. It was short conversations because it's no negotiations. Like I talk to you more than I talk to my promotional company.
Are you talking to Robert Diaz, Eric Gomez, or Oscar?
My contact was Mr. Diaz. Mr. Diaz was my contact. Then at the end,
no wonder that guy doesn't answer me back. I've been trying to get him on for a while. because I sent them a message like, "What's going on?" And
Get them on and get them on.
no,
And
I
get me
text them
too.
today too. WhatsApp them, IG, text message, all them shits.
I tell you one thing, bro. Like I said before, I just don't know if they had a hard time moving Rashidi, but I used to be like, if you guys are stuck with the guy,
Cut us loose.
don't be bad people and ruin somebody's life. I know this is business, but at the end, we're human. Cut us loose. Like, for example, it was always a problem finding Rashidi an opponent. When we fought Eddie Gomez, I thought it was too soon. As a coach, I thought it was too soon. It was early in my career and Chiri's career, and I got pushed more into taking that fight because of balls. This and that. You cannot win, blah, blah. And I was saying, you know what? Make the fucking fight for pennies. We took that fight for pennies on HBO Latino, which HBO had money at the time for boxing.
Mm-hmm.
So we take the fight. Then we don't need the rematch. What we need the rematch for? Like I said, if Canelo knocks somebody out in the first round, and by means I'm not comparing, I go, you're not going to make Canelo give this guy a rematch unless it's on a piece of paper. So we take the rematch because I got the money I wanted, and you saw what happened. But it was always a hard time. Like, nobody wants to fight Rashidi. Nobody wants to fight Rashidi. But you got to understand also, man. For example, I'm going to bring a great point. Luis Colasso. We were supposed to fight Luis Colasso. The fight fell through. And then I see a tweet from Luis Colasso. These promoters are funny. They think that I'm going to go fight their young lions for no money. Mm-hmm. I got bills to pay, brother. And then he hashtag Golden Boy and Rashidi Ellis. How are you going to tell me that wasn't for Rashidi Ellis when he tagged Rashidi on the post?
Mm-hmm.
So that means that they didn't offer the right amount of money for Rashidi to fight Luis Colasso. Mm-hmm. Because I'd rather fight Rashidi instead of fighting the guy Luis just fought. What's his name?
Abdurakhimov?
Yeah, because that was a war. With Rashidi, you're going to get into a boxing match. You're going to get beat, but it's a boxing match. But this guy was a freaking lion. Luis Colasso accepted that fight. So you know that they paid for that fight. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I never understood what the problem was. I don't want to say it's a race thing, because if it is, somebody's ignorant in that company. Because it doesn't matter what race you are, bro. If you're winning and it looks like you could be promising in the division and in the boxing business, race shouldn't matter, bro. You're making my money. You know what I mean? Like, I might have the star of the freaking career, no matter what. And I understand fans, gotta be involved, and the Mexicans come and support and whatever. But at the end of the day, bro, you got a good guy. You got a guy that can fight. Move your freaking guy, bro. Move your guy. You know what I mean? Like, don't give me shit. Just move your guy, man. Pay him what he's worth. You know what I mean? Don't give me excuses. Just move your guy. Because, like I said before, bro, Rashidi's like willing to fight anybody. He's willing to fight anybody from 47 to 54. And if he's worth it, he'll fight somebody at 60. Mm. He can make the way, bro. Rashidi won numerous tournaments, nationals and stuff like that, at 68 or 65, at 52, at 41. Because he stays with his speed. His speed don't leave. His movement don't leave. You know what I mean? So, for a reason, Canelo brought him to spar when he was fighting Plant. You know what I mean?
But that's not the first time, right?
No, that's the third time. We went out there for the Miguel Cotto fight. We went out there for the Amir Khan fight, and now this fight. Mm. So yeah, man, it's just it's sad in a way, bro, because you got this fighter, man. Rashidi's in the gym all the time, bro, and we were in limbo for a while, and we don't know what's gonna happen. We don't know. You give this company 5 years of your life. And then at the end, it comes down to, injuries and the virus, and you owe me this, you owe me that, like, whatever, man. I believe it or not, bro, I wanted to sign with Golden Boy. I was holding back to sign with Golden Boy because I thought that they were gonna be a good fit. And then I don't know where we're sparring Canelo. Oscar is there, and he approaches us, and he sounded like he never seen anything like Rashidi Ellis. And then he came over, and, oh yeah, he's great, blah blah blah, boom, sign on the spot. So I thought that we were gonna be taken care of. You know what I mean? That's how he got signed. That's how he got signed by Golden Boy. They approached him when he was sparring Canelo. And I asked Oscar, hey, we're looking for a promoter, and that was it. So what happened after, bro? I don't know. And no, nothing's perfect. No relationship is perfect. Even no marriage is perfect. Rashidi has some injuries. We were supposed to fight Dulorme. He ripped his labrum on his shoulder. We thought he was gonna need surgery. He didn't need surgery. We fixed some with this treatment. So it's just whatever. We're in Puerto Rico ready to fight, and it was a storm, and the fight got canceled. It was hiccups here and there that took some fights that we because I would have loved to see him fight Dulorme. You know what I mean? It would have been the fight that boom brings him up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We also would love to fight Mikey Garcia. I know he needs a comeback fight. You know what I mean? After that terrible loss. But, it is what it is. I think you were talking about the rankings, how he moved up after he lost.
Yeah, Mikey?
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
He lost the fight and he moved 2 spots.
Yeah.
But the WBA took Rashidi out completely, and he has one of his belts, one of the WBA belts. They took him out completely. I think he's only ranked now in the IBF number 5, WBO number 8, WBC number 15. It's sad what's happening to the sport, man. I went to a UFC fight not long ago. I was training this UFC fighter on boxing, and I was mesmerized by the way they run things, bro. I wish they pay the fighters a little bit more, but bro, their organization is like everything is on point. It's crazy.
You got to send a petition into Daryl Peoples, man. You got to get a little more hands-on because Abdul Korov has been in that number 1 spot for Earl Spence, man, 3 years and some change. He doesn't want the fight. Sean Porter's fighting. Fuck, that feedback is crazy. Sean Porter's fighting Terrence. So he's number 2 in the IBF. So they're going to move him, win or lose. If you win as a champion, you get automatically removed from the rankings. And if you lose, he's dropping from the rankings. So Ennis is the fight to make. Because he'll say no because he's number 1 in the WBC. And he'll get a shot at 2 belts versus going to an eliminator to get the mandatory spot. He's already number 1 in the WBC. So Ellis has a very strong opportunity of petitioning for a title eliminator. Unfortunately, it's going to be with Ennis, who's number 3, and he will say yes.
Yeah, man, we got no problem with that, bro. Like I said before, I'm gonna get him a fight to get him loose, and man, when it's time to fight, it's time to fight, bro. That's what we're here for. Like when it's time to fight, it's time to fight, bro. I still, I love Canelo. He's my people. He's my family. But I'm still wondering why he didn't unify the 160. You know what I mean? Like, forget about Demetrius is awful, this and that, bro. You're gonna get paid regardless because of your name, no matter who you fight. How much Canelo got when he fought? What's his name? Starts with D. It was a horrible fight.
With D.
The Diaz brothers were training the guy. No, Jardim or something.
Canelo?
Who just fought Jardim? Wasn't Canelo? It ended in like 3 rounds.
Oh, Yeardom. Yes. Joel Diaz trained Yeardom or Pedro Diaz.
How it was your idea? How much money Canelo got for that fight? He gets paid.
Yeah.
So why are you not unifying the 160 and then moving unify the 168? When it's time to fight, it's time to fight, bro. Just fight. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, we'll fight in it if it's worth it and the money's there because it's a business. We fight Ennis, bro.
Now you do sound.
Especially if it's for especially if it is for a number one title or whatever. Actually, we were sparring Boo Boo on Wednesday, and somebody was asking us, like, hey, when is Rashidi fighting for a world title? Da da da. I said, man, you know what? We're gonna wait until they unify, and then we're gonna fight the champion, and we're gonna take them all in a perfect scenario.
Oh, yeah.
I said we're gonna take all the belts in one fight.
Yeah. It sounds though like you would prefer to stay with Dazn, not necessarily with Golden Boy, because you said Mikey, who's there. You said Connor, who's there. You've mentioned the Virgil, who's also there. So
Yeah.
that sounds
No,
like
we're not gonna stay with Golden Boy for
no,
us
no,
to
no, no,
stay
no.
with
I'm
Golden Boy.
not. I'm not saying Golden Boy. I'm saying it sounds like you want to stay with the zone.
Oh. At the end of the day, man, like I said before, promoters are promoters. If the fighter wins, he keeps moving up.
Mm-hmm.
The back is getting bigger. So whoever gives the best deal, we stay with them. I like them all, man. The same way I like Golden Boy. I don't know why it didn't work with Golden Boy, but yeah, bro. I'm pretty sure we all know Golden Boy don't work with Al. Whatever problem is there, that was one of our things for many years. We were saying we will never get a shot because these guys don't get together. Now, Matchroom works with everybody. Top Rank works with everybody. I know Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor is moving up to 147. I was trying to reach out to Top Rank because I would love that fight. Rashidi would love to welcome Josh Taylor to 147.
Yo, you picking and choosing, coach. So you'll take Josh Taylor, undisputed champ with no tune-up, but you won't take Ennis
No,
with no
no, no, no,
tune-up.
no, no, no. Always one tune-up.
Oh, okay.
Because
Okay.
Rashidi, I'm being honest, he hasn't fought in a year.
Okay.
I saw what happened as a coach. I saw what happened
To
with
Mikey.
that 1 year.
Mikey had a year off, and look what happened.
So I saw what happened to Rashidi uh, when he had that 1 year layoff when we fought Alexis Rocha. I knew what he had in the tank because as a coach, if you don't know your fighter, man, you got problems. I knew Rashidi was fresh. So my idea was 9, 10, 11, 12. The last 4 rounds, let's put it on him because you got him where you want him.
Mm-hmm.
He played it smart, and that had a lot to do with, he's my first 12-rounder. I haven't fought in a year. Because a lot of people, you haven't fought in a year. You haven't fought in a year. That hits different fighters different. You know what I mean? Rashidi was good. But at the end, he might have played it a little bit smart because he's like, he's my 12-rounder. I don't want to throw everything I got. I'm going to play smart, whatever. So we get that one fight, and then after that fight, it's whoever, man. Whoever. Because I know Rashidi will say no to nobody. Like, he's been saying for many years now that he would love to fight Danny Garcia. For what reason, I don't know, but that was a fight he always wanted. And if he wants to go to 154, we'll go to 154 and fight Danny Garcia at super welterweight. Rashidi will do a tune-up fight, and then he'll fight Danny Garcia.
Yeah, hard to see that realistic. Like, why would Danny choose Rashidi as his 54-pound fight? He's going to look for a name that he could beat, like a Harrison or a Tim Tszyu, would bring him more money. But Coach, I do appreciate your time. I want to thank you for coming on. I wish you and Rashidi the best, man. Please hit me up as soon as you guys make a decision and you know what's going to happen next. We're pushing for you. I definitely don't want any more years wasted. I could only wish the best, though. And thank you, man. Give out your social media.
Thank you, brother. I just want to say one last thing, man. The great Sugar Ray Leonard said, a fighter's biggest sin is inactivity. You know what I mean? That's always embedded in my head. A fighter's bigger sin is inactivity. Look what Canelo's doing. He fought 3 times this year. You know, he's what I like to call loose. You know what I mean? He's loose. He's crisp. You know what I mean? He doesn't have to lose the cobwebs of every year fighting. Nah, he fought 3 times this year. It's easier to make the weight too for fighters. They gotta make weight. You know what I mean? When they stay, busy. But yeah, my social media, Alex Rivera 1469 on Instagram. Alex Rivera everywhere else. Thank you for having me, brother. It's always a pleasure. We gotta get that Spanish podcast on.
I know, man. Do me sucks, man.
Let's go, bro. Let's get it, man. Listen,
we gotta start at least with with one episode.
Of course, bro. Listen, I got so many people that call me all the time, bro, from my Spanish community, and they want something from around here, from the East Coast, because West Coast got a million of them. Yeah. Nothing out here. They watch your show, they see me on it, but they don't understand what the fuck we're talking about.
Nah, let's do it, man. We're gonna have to hammer it down. I'm gonna send you some details. We gotta get you a mic though, no feedback.
Listen, I got I'm already done, bro. I got my I bought a roadcaster.
Okay.
I got my mic. I'm ready to go, bro.
So once you run some tests, let me know. We'll do it for sure.
Yeah, bro. Let's get it done, man. Sundays or something, man. It'll be great.
Yeah, man. It would. I think we could do the first episode. Me, you, Dumi, and get Pedro Diaz.
Hell yeah.
2 Spanish-speaking trainers.
Pedro, I know Pedro very well. Yeah, he was training my girl, Rashidi's sister, Rashidi Ellis. She just came back from the Olympics. Pedro trained her for a while. Yeah, Pedro's a good guy.
What weight is she?
She is 132.
She's going to turn pro or what?
I think she's going to give it one more run because this is a short year.
Damn,
since the Olympics were 2021. I heard she sparred the other day with one of the top females in boxing, and she looked pretty good. I don't want to say names, but she looked pretty good.
Man, I had one other. Oh, Rosado, can he beat Munguia? I want to bet on him, bro, but I'm just like.
You know what, bro? I was listening to your show, bro, and I almost bet on. I always listen, bro. I almost was gonna bet on Canelo. No, Canelo plan decision.
Yes, I didn't think he could do it. I did it, bro. I'm fucking shocked. That's it. I gotta stop saying Canelo can't stop people. It's crazy.
Yeah, but you know what, bro? I thought that was gonna go 12 because like I said before, bro, Canelo's my boy, man. He's cool as hell. He's good people outside the ring, bro. Super humble, great people. But we all saw that he still had problems against good boxers.
Yeah.
And I thought that fight was going to distance. And since I didn't bet on it, I was begging for the knockout, so I didn't feel like a loser.
And I was begging because I'm begging for the decision, yo. I was hoping, yo.
You put money on it?
Yeah, hell yeah.
No.
Hell yeah, bro.
I almost did because of you, and then I was doing stuff.
Listen, it was too tempting not to, and I really, really believed in Plant's boxing ability. And for a moment, he almost looked like he could go 12. But that left hook is his left hook. This guy's left hook. He's catching everybody with that shit, man. It don't matter where.
But you know what I noticed, bro? Plant started getting tired. And,
yes.
If you see the fight, he's taking his head out of the way, left and right, and then he just started sitting to the right.
Yeah.
It was just I could read it. Oh man, he's getting tired. He's just using that side. He didn't want to waste no energy on going side to side. He was just sitting there, and putting all his eggs in one basket, blocking that hook, and then one just fucking slipping.
Yeah. It was crazy. It was a great fight, though.
That's all I wanted, bro.
They brought some excitement to the division for sure.
It was a good fight, man. I like that little conversation they were having through the fight.
He was buying time, though, man. I wish he could have had more conversations. He needed to have more conversations to get us to the fucking 12, man.
I said the same thing. I was telling my guys in the gym on Tuesday, I think he was just buying time because he needed that breather, you know what I mean? And he started talking to Canelo. But my hat off to Plant, bro. He hit it. He hit the wall head first. He didn't show no respect.
Yeah.
And that's the way it should be. After the fight, then it's whatever. But before the fight, man, I don't want to be your friend. Nah, forget that, bro.
Man, well, Coach, man, thank you again for the time. We appreciate it. We look forward to getting you back on, man. And
always a pleasure, brother. Check out my shirt. I forgot to show you.
Let me see.
El Go.
Okay. Oh,
Camacho.
Hector Camacho.
Yeah, bro.
David Maldonado's going to like that one.
Yeah. Camacho.
Bueno, thank you so much, Coach. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Coach Rivera here, the trainer of Rashidi Ellis. We appreciate you, Coach. Till the next time.
Yes, sir.
You know the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. If you want to talk, you want to voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Shout out to my man Ethan in Philly. Sent me the new hoodie. I'm rocking it, feeling nice and slow. I'm glad I'm back in the gym because you see it's fitting right, too. Look, like the arms feeling nice and snuggy. Looking like a kid doing curls and shit. That's all natural. Know what I'm saying? Little haters out here. But, yeah, man, I'm about to post this on Instagram real quick. Same topic, but specifically the welterweight fight, not the whole topic show. Because I think this is a good fight, man. We got to push for this. Get these guys in the ring. We need Boots in there with someone durable, man. None of these pushovers, man. Give me some durable fighters up in there, man.
He's deleted.
And that is the law, man. He's no longer available for fights. But let's go on out to the phone lines real quick.
These calls are brought to you by Big Rigs Trucking Agency, experts for all your insurance and trucking needs. For quotes and consultations, visit us at brtagency.com or contact us at 908-943-6918.
All right.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Subscribe to youtube.com/The Boxing Voice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
All right. Let's see who's there. Brandon, Cincinnati. What up?
Hey, whole nother time zone. Jumped up for back with our mind on. Can't play when you here, get your life stole. If you bring it here, then the price grow. Folks jabbing and punching the line long. I drop a pigeon, let 9 go. We slap with the fake glass and white go. This only happens in Ohio.
Yes, good morning. How are you, sir?
Straight.
So, other than Rashidi, was there any other topics?
Yeah, just who's next for Canelo. He got hella options right now.
Yeah, you got hella options. What's next for Canelo? I'm thinking, Charlo. If I had to guess off the top of my head, I'd say Charlo. I just think it makes the most sense. It fits the green print. And, those numbers are in. Those are pretty solid numbers, that 800K. So, yeah, I think it's going to be Charlo next. As far as Rashidi and Boots, I like that fight. They have similar styles. I just think where Speedy is more so, with speed, Boots got that combination of speed and power. Boots has that combination of speed and power, where Rashidi is more speed and reflexes. So I think Boots is just a bit more dynamic, a bit more versatile. But yeah, I favor Boots in that fight, but I would like to see it. But as fans, we need to start getting behind guys like Rashidi, man, and not let these promoters stop hearing them names like that. Those guys that don't get backed a lot, I think we need to really start pushing them cats. We talk about Devin and them. We need to start talking about them cats.
I'm with you, man. That's why I did the episode, Boots getting a lot of love, and I feel like Rashidi, deserves it. Probably just as talented, so why not that be the Boots test, let's see what he's got versus another young, hungry, undefeated instead of, a properly matched fight, which we know the outcome to, and you can't even bet on because Boots like a fucking minus 3,000 and shit, But shout out to the coach, man, that isn't willing to go into straight a big fight. I like that, man, because I wouldn't. I would rather my man get a one-off first. Philly. Boots versus Rashidi. What you think? In Philly, what up?
Hello, can you hear me now?
I hear you now.
Hey, I'm in the truck, man, so it might be a little bit messed up. Man, good show, man. It's funny, man. I was just thinking about Rashidi Ellis because Showtime got Benavidez and Ronald Ellis, his brother. They got that old fight on there, on demand. That's a good fight, man. I like that fight. I don't know if you remember or if the audience remember, but Earl Smith made a comment to Oscar De La Hoya about he don't treat black fighters right. Because I think he was trying to make Earl some type of off. I'm not sure if he said it on Twitter or Instagram, but I remember that. And to be honest with you, I don't even understand the beef between black people and Mexicans, period. I don't care if it's the local brothers that work at the warehouse or if it's bigwigs up in the offices. Like, I really don't understand that because we got so much similar history. You know what I mean? And if we don't, that orange dude that was in the White House, he let us know how him and the people that followed him feel about us and Mexicans. So I don't even get that. Like I said, I don't care if it's Oscar De La Hoya, and I don't care if it's a local brother or sister that work at the White House. Like, that black Mexican shit needs to stop, man. Except when we in the ring box. That's it. Other than that, we need to cut that shit out, man. But good show, though, man.
All right. So, YouTube recommends not doing 2 languages on one channel. So I'm going to just do a community poll. Would you be okay with a Spanish only boxing podcast 1 day per week? That'll be, oh shit, I needed to put that in a poll, right? That'll be our poll question on the community page on YouTube, not on here on the live show. Yes, no answers. That's that'll keep it simple. Posted. Moving on, we got Boomerangs in the building. My Gene Bear, what up?
What's good, Nas?
Chilling.
Yo, just like you, I hold that Eddie Gomez win extremely high because I remember when we were all high with Eddie Gomez and the Daquan Arnett fight.
Yeah, I was high on that fight. I knew Daquan personally.
It was a good matchup. We never seen. Well, we've seen it, but it was like young guys willing to lose their all.
No, that's rare for us in America.
Very rare. Yeah.
2-10-0, 2-11-0 fighters. UK does that, but we rarely do that.
Yep. But bro, all I gotta say, and I know, like line 6 thinks I'm gonna be, just kissing your ass. But I gotta say, we're extremely lucky to have you in the boxing community because nobody else is gonna talk about Rashidi and Boots. Nobody else is gonna put that in the air. Nobody's gonna say anything. We gotta thank you every day for doing what you do day in and day out and giving us what hardcores want, and it's just real boxing talk. Thanks, Ness. Great show, brother.
I appreciate y'all, man. Believe me, man. Y'all being here, because it would be depressing if these numbers weren't good and I was talking into the mic and it'd be like 0 people. So I appreciate y'all, and I just think it's a really genuinely good fight. And I really love what I do. That's why I got this dope video. I thought it would make y'all all laugh of Canelo eating meat. I don't think anyone has this video, bro. Like, I've never seen this shit. And, like, all I could think is, like, sending this video to my man and be like, yo, put the Billy Joe Saunders, you love the beef. You love the beef. Putting it under that, right? What y'all think? You know it. You know that would be dope. Let me see if I could send it. Nah, see, I didn't save it. He needs that. Val, you need that video right there. But yeah, man, let me get to the next call. I'm going out to J-Mac, Boomerang. Are you available?
So you hating?
I'm that guy. What you want to bet on? Bet 100,000 on that. Let's bet $1 million. You getting that money, right? Easy. Let's bet $1 million easy. And I for the bread. When I him, y'all gonna say he was too weak on my life.
Okay, bow down, bitches. I'm about to handle business. I'ma teach you all a lesson. This'll only take a minute. Got a part in all this passion in my blood. Niggas hating just because. Think about it. Everybody love Bud. J-Mac, where you at? Where you at? All these niggas hating on me. Shit is whack. Shit is whack. So official with it. Don't check the stats. Hey, I'm out here trying to get it. I only got a minute.
Yo, good morning, fellas.
What up? What up? What
Yeah,
up?
every time I hear that intro and Arrow say easy, easy, that nigga was lying through his right eye in them new teeth. Good interview. I definitely agree with Rashidi Ellis, trainer, about some of the things he said about Canelo, struggling with boxers, what have you. However, sparring for Speedy with Canelo is great, but it's still got to be done in the ring. I'm a big Speedy fan. He just don't get enough recognition because where his career is. And I do agree with Mayimbe for as that being a great fight. But Lion 6 ain't the only guy who's been pushing that fight. Ennis is doing great things. However, I think Ennis tad bit superior right now. I think Speedy falls in love with his speed and finds himself getting outboxed by Ennis, truthfully. But we'll see if the sparring with Canelo actually slows Speedy down to where he's picking his shots with that great speed and able to overwhelm Ennis with his speed. I look forward to a fight like that. Definitely interested in it. For as Canelo topic and who he fights, I love to see Benavidez or Bivol. I think Bivol, with how hard he punched and how he able to manage the bigger and stronger guy in Joe Smith Jr. I think Canelo have a field day with a guy like that, able to move around on his feet and stick a jab out and the power he has. That's my first call.
All right, CYP counter punch.
Yo. Good morning. I got a counter punch. If I go over, let me know. I like the fact that the man came on and told y'all what I always tell y'all, but y'all always looking at as race baiting. No, boxing is a racially divisive sport. Everybody knows that. Some of y'all just don't want to admit it because it'll make you look like racist because some of y'all take the shit too far. I remember I was at the Marquez Bradley fight. I was in a bar. Me and my girl and my two partners and then a whole crowd.
Contacted Terrence 2 years ago. He didn't want to fight Sean.
Keeping score like I do every fight I do publicly, I keep score. And I was yelling out the score after every round. Nobody was disagreeing. They knew that Timothy Bradley won that fight. When they read the scorecards off and one judge had it for Marquez, they screamed. I looked at them like, what the fuck? Y'all just admitted that he lost. Why y'all screaming on that bullshit score? And then when the score was read, it was final. They looked at it. They weren't that mad. It was like, oh, shit, well, we knew he was going to lose. There was a dude sitting right across from me, him and his wife. He was drinking a little bit. He started to talk to me. He was like, yeah, man, da-da-da-da-da. He told me the reason why Mexicans go so hard against blacks. He said it because we win all the time. That's what he told me. Him and his wife were sitting right there. He said, y'all win too damn much. So we hate on y'all because we just can't really beat y'all. But we do love y'all, but we want to win too. He said that shit in my face. And we looked at each other and was like, well, it makes sense. Some of y'all think that because Mexicans be at the Los Angeles Lakers games and they be loving LeBron and Kobe, that they don't want their own LeBron and Kobe. You don't think they want their own Mayweather? Don't get it fucking twisted. Just because they support you don't mean that they don't want you to fucking lose so they can have somebody for their kids to look up to. Because a lot of these Mexicans, and I train a lot of them, they want their own superstars like we got. They want their own. So don't get it twisted, thinking that they supposed to fucking be friendly to you and supposed to give you opportunities. They ain't gonna do it. They do not want to continue to lose to you motherfuckers. And I'm keeping it real. This boxing is like that. If y'all don't like the fact that boxing is like that, stop watching boxing. How many dudes got to come on here and tell y'all the truth? And y'all going to get mad at me and call me all kind of names like y'all probably doing right now. Just admit it. Y'all want a LeBron. Y'all want a Kobe. Y'all want a Mayweather. That's the reason why they talk more about knockdowns or black dudes getting staggered than they talk about Mexican niggas losing. Ask yourself, what are we talking more about? Errol Spence beating down Mikey or Cav Velasquez dropping Bud? Get the fuck out of here, man. Back to reality. Thank you for listening. If y'all got that, understand it's not to hurt y'all, just to let y'all know what boxing is really about in sports in general. How many is that, Ness?
That is 2.
Got you. T-Rocky out.
You out. Troy, Baltimore. Hello.
What's up, man? Good interview, man. I like that coach's knowledge and energy and all that. Very good interview, man.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, man. As far as who I'd like to see Canelo fight next, it's Benavidez. We did an interview with what am I drawing a? Yeah, we did an interview with Benavidez a while back, and I told him I don't think he could beat Canelo right now, right? But it wasn't a disrespectful thing. But he throws a lot of punches, and Alvarez works on the timing thing. He doesn't throw a lot of punches. He likes to wear you out over time. So it makes for an interesting fight. So I definitely would like to see it. Definitely would like to see it. Keep up the good work on the interviews. And
Champ, before you go, man, give me your thoughts on the potential Rashidi Ellis Boots Ennis fight. Like, we always fight, and I don't just mean me and you. I mean, so many of us debate boxing here every day. Like, let's break down this fight. Like, who wins and how, or why? Is it a good fight? Like, what does one bring better than the other?
And here's why I was trying to avoid that. I've heard of Rashidi Ellis, but I've never seen the brother fight, so I can't give you an honest opinion.
Oh,
I'm going to go check him later. So yeah, I've never watched him fight.
Nice. Well,
So
I'm glad we brought you a new name to look up.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go check him out, but I'm gonna reach out to the coach over there. I got something I want to talk to him about, and then that's that.
Which coach? This one we just had on?
Yeah.
No problem, man. Let me know how I could help you out, man. DM me or text me. You got my number. We going out to
I'm good. I beat Polly. I left with his belt and his girl.
This a Dolla beat.
And I know all y'all against me. All that soft talking. I know you can do it, man. You got the. Just shut that soft ass shit up.
BoxingVoice.com.
What up? Good morning, Ness. How you doing?
Buenos dias, coach. Oh, yeah, man. Let me start off with the question. As the coach and shit, I asked, the coach of the actual fighter this, and I wanted all the coaches that call in to answer this. What would you value more for your fighter? 1 year worth of fights, which are 2 fights, or 1 year with Canelo?
So 1 year. So either 2 fights in a year or 1 year with Canelo.
Yes.
As my already world champion? Are we already world champion?
No.
To be honest with you, I think I'd rather take the 2 fights.
Wow.
The activity. As much as I think that you can learn a lot from Canelo, especially about being disciplined, right? Because Canelo has a lot of money. He's got a lot of reasons where he could lack in discipline, but he doesn't. He's in the gym all the time. I know I've seen some of that documentary. I see that he's out there golfing, enjoying life. But, man, he's got the drive to want to be on top. That would be the only thing I'd really want my fighter to really learn from Canelo if he's got the skills and the goods, is just that hard work and that dedication and that type of work ethic. I think otherwise I just value staying busy. I mean, if you're not actually getting in and fighting, I mean, then who are you, Gary? I mean, you got to be like a Gary Russell Jr., right? Some dude with just so much talent that you can fight, once a year, once every 2 years. I mean, we barely talk about Gary because of that. So I think being busy is better, and it opens up your opportunities, and it gets you more actual fight experience.
Yeah, I mean, he said the same. Even though even though his fighter was forced into no ring fights, he would have preferred those over having the time with Canelo. Even though he loves that his fighter spent that time with Canelo. Like you, he would have chose the fights. I don't know, man. I don't know what I would have valued more, because
I mean, is that a real thing though? Like, so Canelo really reached out, like they could pay, like either pay or however the business dealing work, that they could be there for a year?
No. I'm just simply saying, in the case of Rashidi Ellis, due to inactivity, he's been out the ring. But during that inactivity, he's been in the Canelo gym. So I'm asking, trainers, like, what do you value? Would it have been better for your fighter to get 2 fights, or would it have been better for him to spend that time with Canelo and soak in that knowledge?
Yeah, I mean, the knowledge thing is great, but I think that in your career, staying active does a lot of things for you. I mean, you got to get that experience out there. That's 1 year. I mean, how many years is your career as a fighter, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you take a year and you don't fight, I mean, didn't we just see that with Mikey? Didn't he take some time off? He was hot, and then he lost to White. He lost to Earl, right? And then he stopped fighting for a while because he didn't fight after the Spence fight till the Sandor Martin, right?
Yeah.
I mean, look at that. You got a dude who's established, was looked at as pound for pound, spend time out of the ring, and came back, and no disrespect to Sandor Martin, right? But lost. And he looked bad. His body looked bad. He was off, and that's inactivity. I think Mikey in camp and a couple more fights back, the dude's got talent. He looked completely different, but he didn't fight.
Let me get back to these phone lines. JT, you're up next. Let me know if you're available while I go to these super chats. All right. Looks like we got LV Slugger. Ellis versus Virgil or Blair to Flair, all with Oscar. Yeah, but that's the whole point of this show, man. They don't get love from Oscar. They get benched by Oscar. They get overlooked by Oscar. They get lowball offers by Oscar. And, they get 0 negotiations by Oscar. Like he said, they were offered the Virgil fight. They didn't like the number. And they, instead of it being a negotiation, they were walked away from. Kind of like how Danny, Danny got an offer, didn't like it. There was no negotiation. So, everybody's entitled to do what they want. But as the promoter, he should have negotiated with the fighter because that's your fighter. It's not an outside fighter. Rashidi is a golden boy fighter. So, he should have heard his grievances at least. I would hope he did. But we got Coach Rivera that says Speedy scares people, or Speed scares people. I don't know. I didn't know if he meant Speedy since that's his nickname, or is he talking about the speed of a fighter has scares people? Because, Khan never did get that Mayweather fight. I'm not saying that it scared Mayweather, but that's what the Khan fanatics believed. And I say fanatics because, you got to be a fanatic to believe that Khan would have beat Mayweather just because he had fast hands.
Hey, that was the argument, though. I know
it was.
When that fight was going on, they was like, Khan's the only good person who's got the speed and the skill to beat Mayweather. And even I was like,
Bro, Mayweather would have knocked that dude out, man. And it's not because he's a puncher, it's just because Khan has no chin. Khan has no chin, and Mayweather's too accurate. He would have slept that dude. I'm shocked.
At
I'm
what
shocked.
point in his career was that though? He was that
Honestly,
like right
though,
after he became money.
Honestly though, I never understood why he didn't give it to him. I mean, just think about it. Khan's always been in a big fight. He did great numbers with Canelo, and you know, he's always been in serious 7-figure paydays, like $5 and above $1 million. Like this dude's always balling out of control. It's crazy. Like I never did understand it. And Mayweather put a poll. Like, who y'all want to see me fight, Amir Khan or Devin Alexander? And Amir won that shit, and he ain't fight none of them dudes. He ended up fighting Maidana, I think. So it was
right.
It
well,
was
that
good.
I mean, but he fought Maidana because the second we seen the AB fight, you know, he seen the money, bro. Like he won. You know, he was. That's when AB was
That
Lil
ruined
Bro
AB.
and all that.
He ruined AB, man. Even though it's the same advice I give every fighter that loses, which is don't fight that dude. If you lost the way AB is, like, yo, don't take that rematch. Go get right and come back for that fight. But you know, obviously Wilder didn't take that advice. AJ ain't take that advice. Andy couldn't take that advice. Many people couldn't do it. AB did take step aside money, and I feel almost like a hypocrite now saying this because that's what I've been advising people to do. But I feel like for AB, not taking the rematch ruined his career. He needed that rematch for himself, like for inside of him. Because if you look, he's never fought like that. He's never fought like that. Like that wasn't an AB where we complained about him letting his hands go. You know what I'm saying? But that fight took that confidence to let them hands go away because he was getting countered by a heavy puncher. So he needed that fight so that his heart and his mind, you know, wouldn't turn him into what he became. He became a motherfucking statue. You know what I'm saying? Guard up, not letting them hands go.
Well, and too, you got to realize if you look at the counters in those fights, you can tell that's probably like, and we haven't seen AB's tons of his sparring, right? But to me, as a professional, that's the first time that first shot he thought dude was going down to the body, and he rips that shot to the fucking head.
But the way he performed though, like think about it. Anybody else gets knocked through the ropes the way Broner was, do they come back and fight that hard? That's why.
How about DC3, bro? DC3, you watched that fight, bro. He was getting his ass whooped, and he got up. Like
he got up and fought
determined.
back. But that's what I'm saying.
He tried to win too. But I gave him credit. He didn't survive. He tried winning.
Super comparable fights, but they're two different. Maidana's still Maidana.
Oh, for sure. Like, but my thing is, AB, when you see him walking out, I mean, he took an ass whooping. I lost fucking money. I was pissed, but he took an ass whooping, and he walked out of there like he took that beating where you give respect in that way. Where you like, man, he was an asshole.
But he don't get the respect for it, man. That's why I said he needed the rematch because people try to use that as a moment to clown him when truly he was amazing in that fight. To be real,
towards the end. But like it seems like every fight, like even towards these fights that he's lost in the end of his career, like even like Sean, right? He put Sean down. It's like a certain AB when you cage him, you back him in a corner. And I think when he feels like he's looking bad, that's when you see those little flashes of old AB, because that's what Maidana took from him is his confidence. You know what I mean? That's really where it broke him. Like he just didn't have that confidence to fire those shots the way he used to. Like when he beat up like Eloy Perez's and all them, and I'm not saying they're a great competition because that's like the lower level, but that's his rise up to get those belts. I mean, the dude had all the confidence in the world to let those shots go. They were accurate. They were hard. You know what I'm saying?
So far the audience is split. Would you be okay with a Spanish-only boxing podcast 1 day per week? Yes, 55%. No, 45%. Damn, we ain't even say every day. 1 day. Don't be stingy. open up that audience. We need growth up in this bitch. But again,
hey, I'm just gonna watch because I can't speak Spanish. I'm gonna make my girl translate for me. My girl speaks fluent Spanish, and I don't get it because she Asian. You know what I'm saying? Like, she is a bartender. Them cats be talking mad shit in Spanish. She take all their money and then talk shit to them after they leave and shit.
Crazy. So, did you give me your breakdown? Am I blanking out with this good old Florida medical? You didn't tell me how you think a Ennis fight would play out, right? Because I didn't hear that.
Nah. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I've maybe watched like one Rashidi Ellis fight. You know what I'm saying? So, to me, that's a hard breakdown to put because I've only watched so many Boots fights. But the one thing I will say about that fight I do like, these young and up-and-comers need to fucking fight each other. Like, I think we need to get to the point where somebody's O gets let go of so we can have a generation of fighters that aren't scared to take a loss and keep moving forward. And I don't wish losses on fighters, but, like, these guys need to fight each other at that level because, bruh, Crawford's not giving you that shot right now. Spence ain't giving you that shot right now. Take care of the competition that's on your level. You know, and the good fights and give the fans what they want and strive to be the best. That's one thing that we're missing in this era of fighters. I think it's because of the politics of the business of boxing is what happened to just want to be the best. Just being a bad motherfucker and just wanting to be the best. Like, I feel like I've hated on Canelo for a long time, but I'll give that dude the credit. He wants to be the best. He's fighting people in different weight classes. He truly wants people to recognize him as a great fighter.
The greatest.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And he's putting in the work so people can't dispute that when he retires. Whether you got other guys like Triple G, man. This guy, you know, I'm a Triple G fan, but this dude, come on, man. Steve Rolls, Sameta, like, bruh. That early start to your career, we're not going to give you credit for that shit.
But there's a lot of options there. There's a lot of options there. Like, you know, the who's next for Canelo, we're going to start left to right. We got Dimitri Bivol, 175 WBA champ. Jaime Munguia if he wins the Rosado, or Rosado if he beats Munguia. Gennady Golovkin if he wins the Murata unification. Or then Murata replaces him, and he has more of a shot because Canelo has said he wants to fight in Japan. You got Benavidez if he wins Saturday versus Kyrone Davis, which he should, but it's, you know, it could be a surprise audition for Kyrone. Doesn't mean he'll get it if he upsets David. Better BF, Arthur, you know, Joe Smith, who's not there, but he's in that division 175 with a belt. Gilberto Ramirez, who fights, I think, he just got a fight announced for a WBA eliminator versus Yuneski Gonzalez. That's crazy. Then you got Jamal Charlo. And last but not least, horrible fighter, Demetrius Andrade.
See, and that's a lot of beautiful fights. Like, now, if I'm being honest, I want to see him stay at 168. So either a Charlo move up, and this is me saying this is what's sexy as far as pay-per-view. Benavidez, Charlo to me. I almost want to see a Triple G trilogy, but I don't think Triple G is the same Triple G anymore. I think we're too many years removed from seeing a better version of that fight. I just don't think Andre gets that fight. I think the way he came up to that last press conference, Canelo's reaction to him, dude, he's sitting on top of the throne. I think he's going to look at that guy and be like, bro, you ain't never getting a shot. I can see him moving up to 175. I think that would be great. I mean, Beterbiev, but I mean, I think you got to take care of business. 2 title defenses at 168. I'd like to see first before anything. Defend the titles. You're the undisputed king. Cement it in the history books as a guy who got all those belts and defended them.
All right, let me get to some more callers. It looks like we got Rick in San Antonio.
Hey, good morning, guys.
What up? What up?
Before I get started, before I talk about Rashidi, I just wanted to talk about this weekend's fights to get my quick rundown. I think Benavidez smokes Davis. I got it 60-40 in favor of Kid Galahad. Kiko Martinez is a veteran dog, and he shouldn't be counted out. When it comes to Munguia Rosado, I think it's a 50-50 fight. I like Munguia, but I'm pulling for Rosado. His resume speaks for itself. He's that guy, man, that you just got to pull for it after you've seen his career for the most part, where he's been through and where he's at. I thought he beat Jacobs. That's my opinion. And then he put what's his name, Natakuziev on the mat. That was good. But Rosado can outbox Munguia. Keep Munguia in the middle of the ring as much as possible. Pump the jab, fight on the back foot, stay off the ropes. Use basic boxing fundamentals. Rosado can do that. He's also got the better resume by far. He's got Roach in his corner. Hopefully some things have been tweaked, but it's a tough fight for both guys. And then with Rashidi, in my opinion, I think he needs at least 2 more fights, man. He's been gone for a while. Like, when I heard his name, I was like, wow, I almost forgot about Rashidi. He's a good fighter. I saw him fight, I think, Eddie Gomez twice. He fought some other guys there. But, yeah, man, I think Rashidi just needs some good tune-up fights to, get the oil in between the rust, you know what I'm saying, loosen up. I thought that was a good interview with his coach, too. I wanted to also touch real quick on Canelo when the pay-per-views. You guys said it was around 800. Am I right, Adrian?
Yes.
800 bucks. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's
so
just domestic. That's not any international buys.
But the good thing, though, think about that, man. That was also competed in line when Usman fought Covington. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good, man. That's damn good. And then also, I wanted to go back just a little bit further. You got me thinking, Ness, about something when you were saying about Canelo going to heavyweight to fight Rivas. Canelo's real legacy driven. I think if he was to do that, it would probably be at a contracted weight, probably with somebody like Usyk at like 202
I said
or something
Usyk.
like that.
I said Usyk until he beat AJ, man.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that's what I believe the mindset would be for Canelo. All right, guys, I'm out.
Yeah, man. Remember, I was saying Usyk would AJ Canelo would beat Usyk, but then he beat AJ. I'm like, fuck, changed my mind. You know what I'm saying? Yo, everybody picking Rosado. I'm about to drop something on Rosado. Y'all dudes gonna have me lose my kitty, man. I need a win, yo. Brandon, I need a win. I need a win this week. I ain't trying to deposit more money. I need a win. And a solid
800,000? That's what Canelo did with Plant? The numbers?
Yeah, 800,000.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Damn, that's I'm excited to hear that, man. I'm really excited to hear that. Like, that dude, the caller makes a good point. Like, that Usman to go head to head with UFC, with them 2 particular fighters given their history. I know you don't watch MMA, but like to hit 800,000, to me, you know what that says? People bought UFC and boxing that night. I know Chino did. I seen his ass watching UFC on his laptop and watching the fight on the boxing match on TV. So to me, that says a lot when you got people out there double buying, because that's what I believe. If it's 800,000 domestic, you got people who are buying both fights, so that means they're dropping easily. I don't even know how much pay-per-view costs for MMA because I don't pay for it. I refuse. I've only seen what it costs when you buy it for a bar, and it's ridiculous. But let's just say $60, right? Because I don't think they charge $80 for theirs. So you're looking at $140 people are willing to spend to watch both those fights. That's what's up, man. We need more big pay-per-views like that.
Word. I'm trying to figure out who I could parlay this. That's who.
You start letting me know, man. I'm gonna start betting because I'm still
games,
salty
yo.
about
They
not
hating,
picking.
man. They hating on this parlay with Gabe. They don't want to let you parlay Gabe. What the fudge? T in Toronto, what up?
What's going on, Ness? How you living?
Chill.
Shit, what you want me to get to first?
Whatever you like.
Well, we'll start with the Rashidi and Boots Ennis. It's a good fight. Two young competitors. But I guess one thing I wanted to touch on the most was whether or not you thought that the experience with Canelo was more important than the actual in-ring experience.
Yeah.
And it's always better to stay active. It's always better to stay active. And the reason being is that the practice is the practice for a reason, right? It's to get you prepared for the in-ring experience. It doesn't matter how hard you train off in the off-season or how good of a camp that you have. If you don't have the application, like the applicable experience, your body doesn't really know exactly what peaking is or its limits or where it can go. You know what I'm saying? So that a guy can have a great camp, but been off for a year and a half, 2 years, and start off super slow. Like Lomachenko looked like he was in shape to fight Teofimo Lopez, but for 6 rounds we didn't see him. He couldn't get a timing down. And then 7, 8, 9, 10, it's a whole new guy. He finally got the timing. But had he been active, that fight probably would have went a different way. You know what I'm saying?
Loma looking like he about to knock somebody out, bruh. He hitting that water bag, that shit. Like he looked like he got some pop today. That shit don't look normal.
Right, he looked like that before he fought TO2, but it just took him time to get acclimated in the ring. It's just a little bit different. So activity is always the most important. Floyd preaches about that all the time. He wanted to be more active before he fought Pacquiao because he knew if he took a year off and didn't fight somebody, he probably would have got beat. It's just something about live and living color action that will help you grow a little bit more exponentially than a training camp will. And you're gonna get training camp anyway, so you might as well have a fight at the end of it. Canelo, I want to see him fight Benavidez, obviously. I feel like Benavidez gives him the most difficulty because he has size and speed and boxing ability. He's kind of the most well-rounded out of the rest of the fighters. But I mean, anything I could get right now at this point to see where Canelo goes with his career, I'll take it. What else we have?
That's it, champ. Rashidi Ellis and Ennis.
Yeah, great man, great fight. I give the edge to Boots right now. I mean, I also know some of the fighters that Boots is in camp with, like Juice Young and things of that nature. So I know how he looks in sparring and stuff because I talk to the niggas. So he's a problem, man. He's actually a very, very big welterweight. He's much larger than what people think he is. If you look at his brothers and the rest of his family, those are big dudes. Those are guys that held, different international titles at like 175, 205, 200, 185. Those are big guys, right? Naturally in his family. So he has a big frame. He punches pretty hard. And he's got the skills, and he can switch, and he's confident. Like,
Intrigue, Boomerang.
I said this bitch on fire hotter than a throwaway. I need my money now, no extra days. Your time's up, goons ready, ain't no other way. It ain't no other way. That's all I got. I say what I mean, do what I say. I bring my chopper full of stone spray. If you cross, you better look both ways.
What's good? What's good?
What up?
Yeah, man. I've been following Speedy for a while too. Nice prospect. But I wouldn't mind seeing him fight, but based on what Boots' team is saying, it ain't realistic. So I'm more focused on who he gonna fight, within the IBF rankings, because they saying they want the IBF eliminator. So I'm thinking whoever that dude, that number one, whatever his name is, I can't even say it, Quadratilo or whatever his name is.
Quadratilo Durakarov.
Yeah, I want him to fight him.
to get that Mando for Spence, or either they said if they ain't getting the Eliminator in the IBF, they going for the IBO title. And that's what they said, unless it changed from that. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking they probably more so leaning for the IBF, and if the IBF don't grant them that Eliminator, then they're gonna go with whoever the IBO throw at them to get that title. Because I believe that title vacant. I think so, or it might be somebody that got it. I can't remember the last time I looked. But yeah, but good show, good interview. You know, that was it. But if Boots fight Speedy, it'll be competitive for probably about 3 rounds. He'll be looking like Amir Khan, the black Amir Khan, and then Boots will deal with him, knock him out. He might end his career, man. So, you know, that's all I got to say right there.
Mm-hmm. LV Slugger. Did we ever go to UJT? Holy shit. I think we went to Super Chats, right, JT? I don't even know. Do you remember? He doesn't.
So interesting that you come across like a nice guy, but you're really a piece of shit. Hey, with that comment. Come on. No, that was a piece of fuck you. That was a piece of shit. You know, Rob, we're doing live TV. Man, I don't care. What are you gonna do about it?
I'm killing this mother. Why do you have to talk like that? Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. You have a problem? Turn off your station. I'm the best ever.
All right, guess we did go to you. LV Slugger.
Only time y'all see me in Rays is when I turn into the Bronze Mama.
I want a body, and he gonna be the body.
The ambulance better be ready. The medical better be ready. The referee better be ready. They better have that towel to be able to throw it in.
SDS Promotions.
Was he right?
LV Slugger.
TBV, what up? What up? How it sound?
Straight.
Hey, nah, you did go to Super Chat before you went to JT. He might be busy right now though. But on the Rashidi thing, yeah, it's disappointing how they moving that man. You know, I feel like he need to be active. You know, he a nice little young talent at 147, and Golden Boy got a nice little crop of, you know, young undefeated welterweights over there. They can be keeping active over there, but it just seemed like they just not doing it. You know, they pushing Virgil, but Blair, you know, we only see him fight once a year. Rashidi can't even get a fight, so you know, hopefully he can get out that contract, you know, and get active, man. But I wouldn't want to see him with Boots right now because, you know, like a lot of the callers saying, inactivity. You know what I'm saying? That would play a part if they was to fight right now. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he need to get about 1 or 2 tune-ups in before he even get him in with a active Boots right now. And on the Boot situation, I feel like if he stay on the IBF route, you know, if he get that eliminator or something like that. But, you know, I feel like that whoever got that, who just beat Jamel James for that regular WBA, that'll be a good fight, a good test before just getting up there with the top names at the welterweight division. You know what I'm saying? So I think he should go that route. And on the Canelo thing, I'm not really sure, you know, who will be next. I can't really complain who he picked. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this man just fought 4 times in less than a year. I can't really complain on whatever he do next, for real. I'm not really sure. You know, Benavidez fight this year. I'm excited to see how he look. You know, it is a late replacement, so don't be surprised if, you know, them early rounds do be competitive. But I do expect Benavidez to, you know, look good and, you know, eventually get established with his size, his, you know, his style, his punches, and his power. He'll eventually probably get him up out of them. But don't be surprised, like Triple G name get popped back up either. You know, if he get, you know, it's a unification with him and Murata in December. If he can look good against Murata, you know, especially with Canelo and Triple G bringing in the numbers they did together, the first 2 fights. If he can look good against Murata, don't be surprised his name get popped, you know, back in there. But as a fan,
his
you
name
know,
already in there, bro. Eddie mentioned his name already. That's one of the zone options.
Yeah, I think that's going to depend on how he look in December, though. That's really going to depend on how. If he can look good against Murata, I think that fight might happen. And if I'm Canelo, I'm not doing no catch weight, none of that. Come to 168 and fight for all these belts. You know, that's how I'll do it. But, you know, Charlo, if as a fan, I would like to see Charlo, but, you know, he got to get active for real. Like, he probably going to have to move up and get a tune-up, a the rail fight or something. to get acclimated to 168. But yeah, that's all I really got to say, man. Shout out SDS Promotion.
CYP.
Yo. I was looking up to see. Those some good numbers, man. 800. With the digital and all that other shit. That was great, man. They talk about pay-per-view was dead. It looked like it's not. Shout out to people who actually wanted to see it and buy the fight. I'm.
You there, CYP? Look like we lost you.
Yeah. Let me know when you hear me.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm still looking to see with the payouts of $40-50 million based on everything. If this $40 million is what we're gonna have to be offering Canelo moving forward, because look like $40 million. You got to offer him $40 million to move forward, which is cool. But when the mandatories start getting popping up, that 40-10 ain't gonna work. I'm just letting y'all know who don't know business. That 40-10 ain't gonna work. That's another reason why I believe he didn't fight Charlo, because the split was going to be a little different. He couldn't just bogart that $30 million and give a dude $5. That shit ain't going to work. But hopefully he fights somebody good to keep doing these numbers, man. But y'all know what I want to see. I want to see him fight Charlo, beat Charlo, so we can move the fuck on. That's it. There's nothing wrong with that. And if y'all ain't got no beef, then y'all want to see the same thing I want to see. Ain't no need to hate in the chat. Ain't no need to get mad. If you want to get mad in the chat, come to the back call, hate on me for real, and see what happens to you. But you won't. See what I feel out.
Dang, CYP, you trying to invite him to the shadow realm and get him. I know all about the back car. You got to be sharp back there.
Hawk, Maryland.
Yo, what up, Ness?
What up?
Ain't too much TBV, fam, and Adrian.
How you doing?
Yeah, so Rashidi Ellis supposed to be fighting Boots?
No.
Boots?
Nah. It's a what if fight because they're both available. Best fight to make.
Okay.
One of the best fights to make in that welterweight division without a title.
Oh yeah, it'd be nice. I mean, I'm going Boots either way, but yeah, it'd be nice. I just haven't seen the other guy, Rashidi, in a little while. I haven't seen him in a minute, so that's the only thing. Haven't seen him in a minute. Boots been working, so. But on that Canelo thing, bro. First off, I don't think it's going to be Charlo or Benavidez. First of all, they got to come. I don't know about Benavidez. Benavidez 168, ain't he?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Charlo at 160. He's gonna have to get a fight at 168 before they put him in there with Canelo. They ain't gonna let him come up and do that, so that can be an excuse if he lose that he ain't never fought there. I don't know why he's waiting around. He should fight somebody anyway. But I got Canelo going back to good old Eddie Hearn, man. I don't know what they got over there for him. Maybe it's the Golovkin fight will be there, but I got him going back there because with those kind of numbers, wherever he goes, he's making all of the networks happy. No matter if he go to the Zone, if he goes over to PBC, if he go over the Top Rank, I mean, they're all going to be, he can go wherever he wants. I just got him going back to Eddie, doing something over there with Eddie and them before he come back over here to PBC. So I think he's going to go back there with Eddie and do something, make some noise probably in another, over in the UK or something. He might jump around, who knows. But I don't think Charlo, because he does have to come up and at least fight at 168. Because if he come up and just go straight for the belt, man, it's not going to be a road full of excuses if he lose, man. But he just came up. Nobody want to hear that. Canelo and I'm not going to be trying to hear that crap. Not saying he will. He could win, but he just he got to come up. He got to come up and fight a fight, man. I mean, I just don't get it sitting around waiting for one fight. He hasn't fought. He hasn't even tried to fight for a belt with another. He's had that title about 3 years. He ain't never fought another titleist, and he's had your boy in that weight class with him the whole time. He could have fought. I don't get it why they don't fight each other. That just don't make sense to sit around waiting for Canelo. It's absolutely insane. I got Canelo going back to Hearn. I only got him coming straight to PBC on this.
Davidian.
Yo, what's good, TBV?
What up?
What's going on?
What's good? What's good, Adrian? Not much. Just listening to the show. Oh man, I would love to see Ennis versus Speedy Rashidi. It's just I haven't seen Rashidi in a while, which kind of sucks because he's a talented 147 pounder. So I would love to see him in some, like maybe 2 fights and then fight Boots. Because that wouldn't be an easy fight. Like, he's not Delorme. He's not just going to lay down and get knocked out. But, what else? Canelo, I don't know. I can't wait to see what he do next. It would be cool if he fought Benavidez or Charlo or Bevel. It don't matter, just as long as he fights somebody that's solid, though. Don't go to the zone and fight some dude we ain't never heard of. You know what I mean? Like, don't do that. But he's a bad boy. Other than that, I don't know. Who fighting this weekend? I got David Benavidez. I got Jose Benavidez. But other than that, great show, and God bless y'all.
All right, champ.
Thank you, brother.
It don't matter who it is. If I get anybody hurt, they getting out of there. Yeah, they not getting out that round or that fight. Period.
Because I know for a fact that Boots could beat Crawford. I know for a fact that Boots could beat Spin. I know for a fact that Boots could beat Ugas, Pacquiao.
In your opinion, who is the best fighter at 147?
Me.
Everything Roy did, Boots do it better. Everything Mayweather did, he do it better.
SDS Promotions.
Lines.
Hey, Ness, huge shout out to you for bringing some Boost content to the channel today. Hey, so real talk. Yesterday, me and my son, we got online and we got some Boots bracelets made. They're WWBD. What would Boots do? And I told my son, anytime he's in practice and he's starting doubting himself or anything, look down at that bracelet. If any of you other dudes want one of them bracelets, you let me know and I'll send them out to you free of charge. I'll pay shipping. Anything. I want everybody to be repping Boots to the fullest, man. Hey, and as far as him with Rashidi Ellis, that dude, his trainer know what's up, talking about I need a tune-up. Hey, Bud only fought once this year, and he going into Sean Porter, so I don't want to hear that, oh, we've been out for a year type crap. He know just as well as everybody else know. Boots is that dude, man. Hey, Ness, man, once again, thank you for talking about Boots, because I was real disappointed yesterday. You could do a whole show without talking about Boots. Like, that is so blasphemous, my man. How can you wake up every day and not think about Boots and boxing? If you're thinking about boxing, Boots should be at the forefront of your head, my man. Hey, shout out to SDS Promotions. That's my call.
Bruh, line 6, you know what you need to do? You need to go over to Boots' camp, and you need to beat him like Ali had, what's his name, who was played by Jamie Foxx. You just got to sit in the corner and just say shit as he's training. I mean, I see you campaigning for that job. You can probably get that job. I'll look into that. You might be able to get some money in this next couple fights.
I got Jacob Sins. He says, y'all should interview Sandor Martin if you're getting that Spanish Oni up. I've been learning Spanish, and what better way to aprender mi español pero con TBV. Shout out to you. Jay Miller, who says, $2, no hate super chat. Good interview. Shout out to you. Appreciate you. And I think that we are done. So Ness GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. I got to leave anyway. Oh, got a lot of super chats. Hold up. I got to change my tires, man. My shits came in. It's time to change the tire. Dang, can you believe I already put 65,000 miles on that car? I feel like
Since you got to Florida or since you bought it?
Since I bought it, but I feel like I just bought it. I mean, I literally did just buy it.
It looked clean, though. It looked clean. Every time I seen it, it looked nice, though.
Nosy Boy says, shout out London. Any bet props for David Benavidez fight and Munguia fight? Check out mybookie.ag. Don't forget when you're over there, use the code BETTBV because they do got the best odds. Rider of the Storm says, here's $10 for Rosado. Let's go. Dan, you want me to bet that 10 on Rosado? Oh, my God. I'm nervous. I want to, but the thing is, with 10, you only make 35. So I'm like, you know what I mean? I feel like I need to bet a hundo to feel like I really won. Like, if he wins, I don't feel like I won with 35. Like, that's not an underdog win. I need to get that 350, but I ain't got the balls. CYP, counterpunch.
Oh man, hey, I'm gonna make the Latinos happy. Some of you black idiots be calling in, and y'all always say something that don't make no goddamn sense. Always. When is Charlo gonna fight? He don't even fight. Nigga just fought 5 months ago. And what are you talking about? He just fought 5 months ago, and he offered Triple G. Triple G turned it down to go fight Marotta. There's only one other dude with a belt, and that would be Andrade. Remember, Derevchenko was a top 4 at 160. Like he fought Derevchenko and then fought Montiel. That's 2 fights in the last year. What the hell are you talking about? Like I find it funny that the black dudes always notice how the dude on one side of the street don't fight the other black dude on the street, but forget the fact that Triple G and Canelo were both on the same side of the street as Andrade, but none of them fought Andrade either. That don't matter to them. What matters to them is that Charlo don't fight Andrade, not the dude who can just sit there and make a phone call or text message and say, I want to fight with those 2 dudes. Nah, they want to be mad at the dudes who got to jump through hoops, talk to Al, you say this, I got to deal with a dude who said pay-per-view is dead and tried to kill what PBC was doing. Yeah, we want to do business with him. Nah, man, get over that bullshit. Charlo is doing what the hell he want to do. He ain't sitting around waiting for no goddamn Canelo. The dude just fought. Damn. CYP out.
Did he just fight, bro? Let me double check. Whoa. J Mac, boomerang.
Yo,
Yeah, man. Every now and then, you get a little coughing.
you know, sometimes your bullshit narratives catch up with you. I mean, I would hope for you to pass out over there.
I'm all right. What's up with you?
All right. Nah, fuck with you. Nah, man, I stand on what I stand on earlier. I just got service again, so I was driving mountains. I heard CYP make reference to what Charlo did or did not do. I mean, I didn't been here saying who should do who. I mean, who should fight who and who should do what and all that shit like that. I do think Charlo is sitting on his hands by not fighting Andrade. It's a unification. They both at 160. They both sitting up here waiting on a guy who moved up to 168 and trying to wait on a fight with him, which makes no sense when they both been striving for their greatness and fight each other. For Triple G and Andrade, yes, the fight should have been made, but the fights aren't being made. Triple G don't want to fight Andrade or Charlo, and nobody rooting for Triple G. Like, I don't want Triple G to get a Canelo fight at 39 years old. I want the young guys, while they're young in their prime, to fight the best. So Canelo, maybe if they did fight each other and maybe got like a David Benavidez win on there, I don't see why Canelo could deny, if they really want to fight Canelo, a fight with either one of those guys. That's what I'm rooting for. Want to fight each other, to win a fight Benavidez, or moving up, or get maybe a Caleb Plant or whoever they need to get to. Then Canelo say, well, hey, you fought these guys. Now maybe we can go for a big fight or what have you. But I mean, shit, Charlo need to fight Andrade. Andrade need to fight Charlo. It's just that simple.
Yeah, man, he been on a 9-month fight thing. Like, he fight every 9 months. Dennis Hogan, 2019, December. Next fight, 2020, September. Next fight, 2021, June. All is 9-month spans. So they're not a year. But I think that's everybody, right? Intrigue, Boomerang.
Yeah, nah, that's all. Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'm just ready for that Cameron Duncan, man. Interview,
He
man.
ducked
So
me. He ducked me. I apologize. I was like, yo, my bad, champ. You know what I'm saying? I got caught up the other day, but if you free today, I'm free too. He ain't even. But he probably on West Coast time. He got a 7:02.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, I think he West Coast. Yeah.
But he know I'm East Coast. You know what I'm saying? He got to get up.
Yeah, because I want to see what they supposed to be announcing Brandon Lee fight today. So I wanted to See if he might have announced that shit on the. Yeah. That's what Brandon Lee had.
Who he fighting? Because Montana Love's so far ahead of Lee right now.
I don't know. He said they was gonna announce the date today, so that's the question I was interested in hearing if he was gonna, drop some details on that. Yeah, that's what's up. I'll holler at you.
All right. For anybody on the live show, on the podcast, you're listening to this, we do have that poll on our youtube.com/theboxingvoice/community, and you'll see the poll. Would you be okay with a Spanish-only boxing podcast? Maybe I should. Can I edit this? Nope. Because I probably should have told y'all it was going to be featuring Rashidi Ellis. But, he ain't never going to be able to keep up my schedule. So I guess it's better for me not to say that he'll be consistently on versus on the first episode or something like that. But anyway, Adrian, it's been a pleasure. I got to get these tires changed. And
all right, my brother, I fell asleep. So, you know what I mean? I didn't get up early enough. I woke up, I was like, damn, I need that TBV in my cup. But I made it for the end, so it's all good, man. You have a blessed day, brother. I probably won't see you too much tomorrow as we're driving up to, if you in the morning, I'll probably do it. But we driving up to the first competition for my boys. So
where?
I got Rothschild, Wisconsin. It's like 2.5 hours from my house. Like these
How
kids
many of your kids fighting?
Well, I got a for sure fight for my kid Kevin, and he's special. I can't wait to see him. I know I see a lot of greatness in him, a lot of natural stuff that I didn't teach him. You know what I'm saying? I won't take credit for something that somebody can just do naturally really well, like his head movement and some of his reaction time. But yeah, man, it's gonna be his first fight, man. I'm excited for him, man. And I hope one day, honestly, I'd love to see him fighting Border Wars, but he's only 16 and he's a little guy because we're fighting at 108, so he had to lose some weight. Yeah, he had to lose some weight to get to fight this kid. So
that's light. That's light. I got Cash App from Hawk. Jermell Charlo would rather fight in the audience than fight in the ring. And we got CYP Counterpunch.
Yeah, I'm glad that you read that before, because a lot of y'all, I know that a lot of y'all got problems with fly dudes who talk shit and date women that y'all niggas jack off to. Like, I noticed that y'all get real mad about that. And J-Mac, we got the back call coming, and I'm gonna tell everybody in the back call, listen, don't let him run off and cry like a girl when it's time to get that Andrade Charlo debate popping as soon as this call go off. Don't let him run, laugh it off, and make it seem like he don't want no smoke, because that's exactly what he about to do. He be fronting for y'all on this live call, acting like he got all this Andrade smoke. No, he doesn't. If y'all want to see me eat to him, come on back to the back call. That's what he gonna do. Pretend like, oh man, I plead the fifth. That's what's gonna happen. CYP out, because I'm about to get in his ass. No homo.
All right. All right. Let me see. I got a few callers here. Who this? That's Rick. But you ain't send no cashy, so you just listening, not calling back. We got. Isn't that Davidian? That is Davidian. All right, we got everybody. That's GCO, Instagram, and sure to catch me on the next one. Peace.
Adrian, Black Man Jones on Instagram. Y'all have a good one.
Laters.